If you're a parent, teacher, or school leader, and you're sick and tired of the frustration, anger, and unfair treatment of children at high risk in our public schools, then perhaps it's time for all of us to do something about it. In this podcast, Dr. Amitra Berry brings you tips, tools, strategies, and tactics to build successful solutions while touching, moving, and inspiring all of us to transform our schools so that every child thrives. Here's your host, Dr. Berry.
Welcome back, Equity Warriors. Thanks so much for joining me. Together, you and I, we're changing the conversation about equity in education. We are changing the trajectories of the lives of children who have been marginalized or oppressed in more than 32 countries. That's the data that I have about who's tuning in. I know I'm not doing this work alone. I appreciate all the help that you all are putting in there. That's why I call you my Equity Warriors. And just remember, my special favor, if you have a conference, an organization, or event that needs to hear this message face to face, let them know who we are, get them connected, use the email that's down in the notes for this episode so we can, as a community, continue to affect change. All right, so we're coming up towards the end of the month of February, the shortest month of the year. And maybe you've wondered, why isn't Dr. Berry talking about Black History Month? Well, let's talk about that today. So in the US, Canada, and Germany, we are in Black History Month, or the end of Black History Month as you get this message. In the UK, they will celebrate or recognize in October. In Australia, in July. Costa Rica in August, Panama in May, and the Netherlands in October. Black History Month, for my listeners here in the United States, it ain't just an American thing. That recognition happens around the world. But no, I didn't bring you stories of Black history. If you've listened to me or read some of my blog posts, you'll know that I say Black history is American history. Black history is world history. And so it shouldn't be just 1 month that we look at Black history, just 1 month that we focus on it. It should be infused throughout the curriculum, throughout K-12 social sciences. It should be infused throughout our science content, the contributions that have been made to technology and engineering in the United States and around the world by Black folks is huge. We need to call it out. Next month in March will be Women's History. In May here in the U.S., it is Asian American Pacific Islander Month and Jewish American Heritage Month. In June, in recognition of the Stonewall riots, this is why it's in June, is Gay Pride Month. And from mid-September to mid-October, so September 15th to October 15th, Hispanic Heritage, and November Native American Heritage. Now in Panama, in May, it is Black Heritage Month, not Black History Month. In the Netherlands, when they celebrate, it's Black Achievement Month. Here in the U.S., February is Black History Month. And as I look at our other months here in the U.S., Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Jewish American Heritage Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and Native American Heritage Month, it sort of begged the question, at least to me it did. Why is it that all of the other ethnic months are heritage months and the Black ethnicity month is Black History Month? So what's the difference? Is it just semantics? Is it just language? Come on, Doc. What's the deal? Keep in mind, in Panama, it is Black Heritage Month, and the Netherlands, I really like this, is Black Achievement Month. Well, heritage, if you look it up in the dictionary, you'll get something like this. It's something that comes or belongs to one by reason of their birth. Your heritage comes to you by reason of your birth. Your history does not necessarily do that. Heritage is something that's reserved for a people. History, on the other hand, is a study of past events. So when we consider that February, just the semantics of it, is Black History Month and all the other months are heritage months, when it comes to Black folks in America, we are looking at the study of their past events, but not the richness of the culture, our heritage, the richness of the culture that you see in the arts, in literature, in film, in music. Now, I could do a whole podcast, probably multiple episodes, on the influence of Black culture in American music, not just in R&B as a genre, but across the genres, including country and Western and rock and roll. But we won't go down that trail right now. So I want you, as we think about this today, or as I bring this to you today, I want you to think about this. I was reading an article that came from my alma mater. You know, you get those emails from the place where you went to college. Usually it's followed by asking for donations, but they always give me some really good information. I went to University of California, Davis, and at UC Davis, they refer to the month of February not as just Black History Month, but Black Futures Month. And I know that this is sort of a grassroots trend that it's starting. You see it in multiple places, but it doesn't seem to have gotten a lot of airtime. So I want to give it some today. Black Futures Month is a month when we consider and celebrate Black history. But it's also a month where we imagine a world in which Black people are free of oppression and marginalization and can truly engage in self-determination. Black Futures Month is about making space for Black people to envision and build the world of their dreams. It's not just a nod to the past. You've got 11 months to rebrand your organization's recognition and celebration of Black heritage, its history, and its future. So who do you work with? Who can you share this with? Who can you make a recommendation that they consider expanding the month of Black, their scope of focus in February of 2024, from Black history to Black futures, celebrating the future as well as the past. And then join me again next week. Send me your questions, topics, and requests to askdrberry.com, and I'll answer those questions. And we have got, I have to tell you, a number of amazing interviews lined up to help address those topics and questions you've asked. Remember, don't worry about the things you cannot change. Let's change the things you can no longer accept. I'll see you next time.
That's it for today's episode of the 3E Podcast. Head over to iTunes and subscribe to the show. One lucky listener every single week that posts a review on iTunes will win a chance in a grand prize drawing to win a $25,000 value private VIP day with Dr. Berry herself. Be sure to head over to 3epodcast.com and pick up a free copy of Dr. Berry's gift. Then join us on the next episode.